to the Base Face Network.
Multi-party system is a system in which no party is able to obtain the majority in the legislature to enable it to form a government. There must be 3 or more parties competing in the elections. The parties that won seats in legislature will form coalitions among themselves to form a government. In Malaysia, the country has a multi-party system with multiple political parties competing for power. There are 3 dominant political coalitions in Malaysia that were competing for power. The ruling coalitions are Pakatan Harapan and Barisan Nasional, and the opposition is Perikatan Nasional. The political landscape is diverse with various other parties representing different race, religious and economic groups. This diversity shows the reflection of Malaysia, which is a country that has a multicultural society. For the merits of multi-party system in Malaysia, it is expensive to run multi-party system in Malaysia, which is high cost associated with running multiple political parties. There are several factors that can be attributed. First and foremost is election expenses. Each political party needs to be allocated the expenses and significant resources for election campaigns such as general election and state election that will held every 5 years. The expenses include the expenses for organizing rallies, conducting surveys, advertising their messages through various media channels, and printing campaign materials. The need to compete with other parties may lead to high spending on campaigning that can worsen the financial burden. For example, as we can see during the campaigning period, all the parties such as Barisan Nasional, PAS and Pakatan Harapan party hung their flags all over the roads. Hundreds of flags were hung, which cost a lot of money. Other than that, the administrative costs can also be increased by maintaining multiple political parties. This is because each party needs its own infrastructure such as staff and offices, for example, staff salaries, office rentals, utilities, and other day-to-day operational expenses. As a result, the government may need to allocate funds for overseeing and managing the activities for numerous parties. Other than that, administrative costs are significant, especially for small parties. This made them struggle to attract sufficient membership or financial support.
The next is lack of stability. Unstable government, that is because waste of government resource that need human and material resource which would have been direct toward the agendas of national development are wasted into unprofitable political rivalry. Political party rivalry is unhealthy activity among political parties and usually manifests in the form of keen competition, contention, conflict, challenge, jealousy, and antagonism. It is a known fact that a political party intend to harm each other. The phenomenon will in no way help the society at large. In Malaysia, these parties are required to campaign all over to the country. Parties like UMNO, MIC and MCA need money to operate in order to advertise accordingly. These parties will likely spend their resources on their target voters. The campaigners, for example, will buy shirts with their logo and give it to the populated area. Furthermore, it will lead for unstoppable government because of ideology difference. Multiple parties holding different ideologies and priorities, reaching consensus on important issues become challenging. As we know, The consequence of every party's ideology can appeal to the eyes of the voters to support them. Nevertheless, if every party only fight for the same concerns and keep bickering the same issue, this will lead to dispute among the parties. After that, in a multi-party system, an unstoppable government with no particular party holding a majority is common. As coalitions form and dissolve, this can contribute to political instability, resulting in frequent challenge in administration and policy. It is true that as citizens, we have the right and freedom to associate, but what is the use of having too many choices, but all have the same ideology and passion?
The next demerits of a multi-party system is the life of government is uncertain and short. This system allows for multiple political parties to compete in elections, but it is difficult for any single party to form a stable and long-lasting government. This system can lead to policy fragmentation, ethnic and religious tension, and corruption that can contribute to an unstable political environment. Firstly, the multi-party system can lead to increase of small parties because each party have their own unique agenda and interests. This fragmentation can result in policy paralysis and lead to unstable governments that may not be able to last completely. Next, the multi-party system can increase ethnic and religious tensions in Malaysia. If various parties representing different ethnic and religious groups, political parties can be diverse and it can lead to conflict and division among the population. Lastly, the multi-party system can also lead to corruption and cronyism because the parties may feel pressure. This can make the party feel like engaging in unethical acts to secure political support or maintain their position. This can affect the credibility and legitimacy of the government.
Next, I will explain about electors vote for personalities, not for programs. First and foremost, this is because of history. Politics in this country has been influenced by the history of colonialism, the independence movement, and the formation of society in various ethnic. In addition, this country has a long history with strong leadership figures who have played an important role in shaping the country identities and development. The influence of personality in Malaysia's politics can be tracked back to the country's history, such as Tengku Abdul Rahman, Mahathir Mohamad, and Najib Razak, who have left a lasting impact in politics in Malaysia, and their personnel often overshadow the party ideology. Next, in terms of political culture, Malaysia is a multi-ethnic society consisting of the Malay, Chinese, Indians, and indigenous peoples. This causes political leaders to often take advantage of their personal identity to attract attention and often appeal to certain ethnic or religious group, and will make a voter likely to prioritize candidate which with their own community identity or interest. Furthermore, media and communication platform. In Malaysia, media and community platform have been formed by both traditional platform and digital platform such as Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and others. This is why political party often use this channel to their personal brand and deliver their message directly to voters. Finally, electors vote for personality, not for program, has had an impact on governance. Even those political party may support the certain policy platform, and the individual leaders' action or decision are often prioritized. This can lead the This can lead the concentration of the power in the hands of influential figures, potentially affecting policy implement and overall governance effectiveness. For conclusion, understanding this issue requires an exploration of Malaysia's history, political culture, media influence, and its impact on governance. Addressing this challenge requires a constant effort towards electoral reform and civic education to encourage issue-based voting and strengthen democratic governance.
For conclusion, the multi-party system can critique for the formation of partisan disagreements and political standoff in decision-making. Furthermore, as shown by election, the multi-party structure and democracy will rely on minority parties respecting the decision of the people. At the same time, the democracy is dependent of the ruling party's awareness and they will soon in position.